So this is a great slide because over and over again, we're told that large institutions are making billion-dollar bets and trying to figure out where interest rates are. So this blue line is the short-term interest rate. You can see sticking off of it are a bunch of tentacles. Those tentacles are at that time where the market was expecting interest rates to go. And you can see at the end, this is recent data all the way through last week. So the current curve is pricing in all of those interest rate cuts. You can see, 250 basis points worth of them. That's where the current prediction is. But take a look at how accurate the market is. It really isn't. Forward interest rates really are not a very good predictor of current interest rates. The market is often very wrong at turning points. And really the accuracy here is it's almost like some guy telling you that home dogs plus at least 4 points coming off of, at least 2 losses in a row are going to cover. I mean, that's basically the accuracy of this. Even the biggest institutions and the biggest bettors in the market can't seem to get a very good picture of where interest rates are going to be. So we should probably not be making decisions now based on 6 interest rates cuts coming over the next 12 months, because chances are we're going to get something different than that.
My opinion, I'm going to say it and you can tell me if I'm nuts. I believe that if we're going past 2 or 3 rate cuts in the next 12 months, that we are going too far. And even if they were 25 basis points, I don't think if we're past 100 basis point cuts in the next 12 months, I think if we go past that, I think we're kind of nuts. James?
Yeah, so there are a lot of insights here. One is that we can probably never go back to zero. There now is enough inflation in the system, even though the Fed seems to have won the battle, that zero's out of the picture. The so-called neutral rate, which is kind of hopefully where the bottom of all of these cycles are, probably is around 3%. So the market probably has that right. They probably just have the timing wrong. If we get 6 interest rate cuts in a year, something really bad is going on, right? I have a friend who's like, don't ever watch a dog movie because something bad always happens to the dog. If the market is pricing in some kind of a recession here, and so we don't want these interest rate cuts because something bad will have happened.
Bilski, any other feedback there before we shut it down?
The long-awaited boost to affordability has yet to make it to auto loan rates. We're 5 weeks away from the election. I am optimistic that rates will be lower by year end, and hopefully that should bolster our car dealers for a solid year end and at least a better start to 2025.
Great comment there, Phil. So going back to trying to play Nostradamus here. So number one, as I mentioned, I think the factories are going to come out going gangbusters in the month of December, trying to create an absolute December to remember. And again, I don't have that trademark. There's no infringement there whatsoever, I promise. So I think that they are going to come swinging. I think the fact that there was already a rate cut of 50 basis points will help aid them in their 0% offers, cash off, et cetera, trying to liquidate as much inventory as possible. Another piece there is with jobs, it does seem like there's a lot of positivity there still, amidst the fact that I look that I'm a perma bear, I guess. I got a comment a week ago that I'm a perma bear somehow, which I think is ridiculous considering how aggressive I am in most things in my life. But it seems like there's still we know there's a lot of liquidity there. We know there's a lot of cash in the banks, et cetera. But meaning in general, in money markets, I believe, Phil, you talked about last week, there's a lot of cash there. So it seems like there's enough stability. And I love, James, what you said. The dealers need to be focusing on, what did you use the choice of word? Was it not matching, but what did you call it?
Consumer fit.
The consumer fit. So spending so much, yes, on acquiring customers, but most importantly, the merchandising and the vehicles that they're acquiring and putting so much more time and energy into that to be able to fit their local consumer. Is that what is that correct?
Yes, work it backwards with your finance guy and figure out what the monthly payments are of anything on the lot.
And as we close up this market minute, please don't for a moment think that our calm this month is anything but us being locked in. Okay, you got a rough month of September. October comes here, and we're all in the biggest room in the world, room for improvement. And Phil, myself, and James have been locked in. on figuring out what we need to do to help dealers be successful and what could be happening in November and December and beyond, and how we can give you information that will help you grow your store.